Shango, the wrath of the storm. The kingdom of Oyo lay beneath a darkened sky, heavy with the weight of an impending storm. The air crackled with energy, and distant thunder rumbled like the voice of an unseen god. This was a land of mighty kings and warriors, but none commanded greater reverence or fear than Shango, the god of thunder. He was the master of the storm, his voice like rolling thunder, his breath the very essence of fire. Those who defied him faced swift and unrelenting judgment. For many seasons, the people of Oyo had thrived under Shango's watchful gaze, paying tribute to him through offerings that ensured bountiful harvest and protection from calamities. Yet, there were always those who sought to circumvent the divine order. In the great palace of Alefin, the elders convened, draped in elaborate agbadas, their voices hushed with concern. The rains have not come, one elder murmured. The fields thirst, and the people grow weak. We must make an offering to Shango. But it must be pure, another cautioned. The gods do not accept deceit. A false offering will bring ruin upon us. Yet, within the heart of the palace, the high priest Oboej conspired. Greedy and arrogant, he saw an opportunity to keep the finest cattle for himself, disguising a sickly beast to be offered at the shrine of Shango. With a whisper to his attendants, he sealed the fate of his people. As the forced sacrifice burned upon the altar, silence followed. The air grew heavy, and then a deafening boom. Thunder rolled through the heavens, shaking the palace walls. The torches flickered, the wind howled, and then, in a blinding flash of fire and lightning, Shango appeared. Clad in red robes that billowed like storm clouds, his eyes burned with golden fury. His double-headed axe gleamed with divine power. When he spoke, flames spilled from his lips, and his voice resounded across the kingdom like an earthquake. Who dares deceive the gods? Shango's words cracked the sky. Who mocks my might? The people fell to their knees, trembling. Even the king, mighty Alefin, bowed low. But Oboej, despite the sweat gathering on his brow, stepped forward with faint confidence. Mighty Shango, he said, voice shaking, we have honored you as we always have. The offering was made in your name. Shango's piercing gaze fell upon him. He took a single step forward, and the earth split beneath his feet. Raising his axe, the very air around him shimmered with heat. Lies, he roared. The gods see all. You dare present a feeble beast in my name. You insult the storm that brings your rain. You defy the force that grants you life. With a mighty breath, Shango exhaled a torrent of fire, engulfing the altar. The people screamed, the wind raged, and the skies turned crimson. Shango lifted his axe high, prepared to strike down the wicked. The king, voice shaking, pleaded for his people. Great Shango, we did not know of this deceit. Spare the innocent, punish only the guilty. Shango regarded the king for a moment, then turned to the trembling high priest. The innocent shall not suffer, he declared. But the corrupt shall face my wrath. With a swing of his mighty axe, a bolt of lightning struck Oboej. A final scream rang out before he was consumed by fire. The skies rumbled, but the storm began to ease. Rain poured from the heavens, quenching the land, washing away the taint of betrayal. The people, now freed from the priest's deception, rejoiced, bowing to the earth, their voices raised in praise of the thunder god. Yet, Shango was not finished. He turned his gaze upon the land, seeking further signs of corruption. He walked among the people, his fiery eyes searching. Those who had conspired with Oboej trembled in fear, and one by one, he cast his judgment. Some were exiled, cast into the forest beyond Oyo, where the spirits roamed. Others were struck down where they stood, turned to ash by the fury of the storm. Only when the land was cleansed did Shango raise his axe once more. Let this be a lesson to all, he thundered. To defy the gods is to call destruction upon yourselves. Honor me, and the heavens shall bless you. Deceive me, and the storm shall claim you. With a final crack of thunder, he planted his axe into the ground, sending a shockwave through the earth. Then, in a swirl of fire and lightning, he vanished into the sky, leaving behind a kingdom forever changed. The people of Oyo had learned a lesson they would never forget. To defy Shango was to summon the storm upon oneself. His legend endured for generations, passed from father to son, mother to daughter, until no one dared challenge the will of the thunder god. But human nature is fickle. As the seasons turned and years passed, greed crept back into the hearts of men. The memory of Shango's wrath faded, replaced by whispers of doubt. Some claimed he had vanished forever, a relic of the past. Others, emboldened by time, sought to test the limits of their defiance. One such man was Adarogba, a wealthy merchant who grew fat on the toil of others. He hoarded grain during famine, selling it at outrageous prices to those desperate to feed their families. He bribed the elders to look away and convinced warriors to protect him. The cries of the people reached the heavens, but Adarogba scoffed. "If Shango still walks the earth, let him strike me down," he sneered. The sky darkened. A single bolt of lightning split the heavens, striking the great marketplace. Fire spread like a living beast, consuming Adarogba's wealth in an instant. He screamed, trying to flee, but the wind howled with laughter. Shango's voice rang out. "Greed has no place in my kingdom." Adarogba was lifted into the air by an unseen force. His screams turned to wails as flames engulfed him. By the time he fell, he was nothing but ash. The people trembled once more, and the name of Shango was carved into history, never again to be forgotten. The thunder god's presence remained ever watchful, a reminder that justice would always strike down those who defied the will of the divine. Years passed, and the story of Shango became legend. Some whispered that he had returned to the realm of the gods, watching over Oyo from the skies. But the wise knew better. Each time the sky darkened, each time thunder rumbled in the distance, the people of Oyo bowed their heads and whispered his name. For they knew that Shango's wrath was eternal, and his fire would never be extinguished. Please do like, comment and hit the subscribe button if you want of more these stories.